LEGO and F1's partnership is the talk of the town with a bunch of events and new sets. Star Wars might have killed this space theme, and a new Guinness World Records on the way. All that and much, much more on this week's Breaking News. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brick Wear, my newest venture into the AFL merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brick Wear brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore AFL or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brick Wear page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brick Wear, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Back to Brick. This is your podcast where we talk with fellow AFLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you for joining us. If you're new, welcome. If you're old, I appreciate you, and you're not old. I'm old. No, that's not true. There is no age. Age is just a number. But thank you for coming and listening. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you can keep up to date on all the latest news, and make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as I've been coming out with YouTube videos as much as possible and talking about F1 right now, as that's going to be the big topic come March 1st, and it's going to be a topic for our set review. A little bit on the admin side, I have the honor of going to the New York Toy Fair as a podcast media guest. So I will be busy come March 1st through the 4th, and I can't wait to talk more about that. I will be doing some live podcasting, probably on YouTube, and then having it here on the episode for some special editions as I talk with different people from around the fair. But all in all, really excited for that. I just finished one of my latest mocks for the Home 1 MIDI scale set, and it turned out really well. So I'm very happy, and I cannot wait to build the instructions and post the video for that. And I also was on a live podcast, which was over on YouTube with Brick at Night, and I'll post the link in the description so you can go watch that. But it was just a pretty fun way for all of us LEGO fans to just chat about LEGO, some of their fun formatting that they've done, and definitely a place that you should also go look at their podcast and see all the great guests that they've had. And yeah, I mean, it's been a busy couple days and, well, weeks at this point. And I'm also looking at some other major commission work that I hate going through the process of pricing, but it just takes that kind of time. But we'll just dive in here. Our set reviews are going to be the 42206 Oracle Red Bull Racing, the RB20, which is on pre-order, so you can actually pre-order through the link in the description, and our Brickable mock review in the Voyager Bridge by Lilium Brickyard. Also, I almost forgot, and I apologize, but I want to thank my patrons over at Patreon. Bellefonte Brick Studio, Jimmy Tucker, Ryan S., David, Matthew Vander Boogart, Paul Snellen, Lee Jackson, and Pop's Block Shop. I really appreciate all the support. If you want to become a patron, you can go over to our Patreon page, and you can support the podcast by joining there. They get the instructions for a lot of my builds, and they get this podcast really early, no ads, and just become part of the great community. All right, let's get into this week's first news for the breaking news. The latest Bridget Jones movie has come out, and Chiwetel Ejiofor, which is one of the leading men of the titled movie, has decided to come out and tell us about his love of Lego bouquets. And it just shows that not everybody loves Lego, but the ones that do are going to shout it to the world. And I love that they're doing this more so with a bunch of celebrities in their interviews talking about that he loves to build bouquets, not only for himself, but for others. One, it doesn't kill the plants, and two, he gets to give the gift of having flowers presented to other people that they can enjoy together. And I love that people are just coming out and talking about this. The Botanical series is a great way, as we've seen, kind of crossing all boundaries of the adult realm as well as kids having fun with it, but more so for the adults. And that's just great to see that. I've not watched any of the Bridget Jones movies, so you can tell me if you like them or not, but definitely a fun way to have a leading man talking about Lego bouquets. So, if you've got a great friend that loves you very, very much, they might give you a gift for your birthday. And this one friend decided to give his buddy a 2008 Republic Gunship Star Wars set. I actually got this when it first came out. It was one of the first things I ever bought with my own money for Lego. And he decided that he would open it. He wanted to build it. And his friend wasn't happy about it, which, it is worth a lot of money, especially if it's a sealed box, especially with a Jedi Bob. But hey, he wanted to open it and really enjoy it. And it's just funny to hear that. Well, he didn't know it was an expensive gift. He just thought it was a Lego. So he wanted to build it. And that's exactly what you should do with Lego. I think it's hard. If you really want to sell it to somebody, that's where, somebody might appreciate the value. But if you just give it to someone, they might appreciate just having a Lego build to do. So, you know what? You can't fault them. You gave them a Lego, they're going to build the Lego. It's definitely something I would love from a friend to get me a 2008 Lego, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and he has a great friend there. Animal Crossing is extremely relaxing, a fun way to have a time just to build a small community and enjoy just a little calm part to your day with a game on the Switch. And someone on Reddit, the Battle Pants 78, decided not only to play Animal Crossing, but also to build it. Legos come out, of course, with their Animal Crossing sets, and he decided that, well, they would build an entire island out of it. They built the island similar in shape and design of what you see in the actual game, with the shoreline, the grassy areas, the town hall, the Dodo Bird Airlines, all even the trees with the different types of fruit on it, all kind of a large scale cityscape to just Animal Crossing. And it looks really great. And it was promoted over on the Lego subreddit. Just a really way to keep the creativity alive with building these. And continue to expand because Lego will continue to come with more and more Animal Crossing sets. So this is just a fun way to have your own cityscape, but more Animal Crossing scape to it. The Canadian International Auto Show, or CIAS, it was started on February 14th and will end on the 23rd of this week. And it debuted the large-scale version of the Technic McLaren P1. And this is similar design to what we saw in like the Bugatti, where it is the Technic triangular pieces that they can mold into different shapes, kind of do the bended structure to it. It does have the McLaren wheels to it. And it kind of goes into the special event that they've been doing of promoting, well, Lego. It's 340,000 pieces, all, as I said, built with Technic sets. It does have the steering wheel. And they can see not only this one, but there's, of course, exhibits from the Lego group with a booth focused on F1 showcase and a play area. So if you have the opportunity to go, I would highly recommend going. It's just a fun, enjoyable way to see Lego experienced in a showroom and showcase. You don't really get to see a one-of-one large scale of a McLaren P1 very often made out of Lego. There is a bunch of world records that people set with Lego, and a man by the name of Lucas over at Lucas Dynamics on YouTube has decided he wants to break one of those, the Lego train speed. He wants to make the fastest Lego train he can. And right now the record is at 24 kilometers per hour. And his first attempt wasn't as fast. It only got to 7 kilometers per hour. And you still have a ways to go up to 29, which is 18 miles per hour. So he continued to increase it. And you know what? He did break it. He got up to 33 kilometers per hour, which is 30 miles per hour. It's just crazy to have something go that fast. I mean, the track's going to probably be pretty long to get it up to speed like that. But I mean, you can put as many motors as you want in something like this. And really, watching the video is kind of captivating to see something like that go so fast, and just means there's a new record to break. Now, in Washington State, there's going to be a lot of ferries because you got to get through that waterway up there at the top through the Seattle area and all the other islands and peninsulas. And the Issaquah Ferry has been known to do a lot of those routes. So someone decided, well, let's build a model of it. And it's 37,000 pieces. And the architect and artist of Wayne Hussey, who is a well-known creator in the community, donated this creation to the Issaquah, and it actually sits on board the ferry, which is pretty cool to have not only your build done, but also on the vessel itself. And at 37,000 pieces, that's not a small amount, and it is a very impressive build. It has the two main structures of, it can go both ways, which is kind of cool because it doesn't have to turn around every time. And if you've never been on a ferry, they're pretty fun. Unfortunately, sometimes they take a little bit longer than flying or going by car. But hey, it's the Washington area. There's a lot of water, so you got to get from one point to the other. The Lego space theme was part of Lego for a long time. Up and through the 90s, this continued as one of Lego's best themes. And unfortunately, it stopped. Not really sure why. And the Bionicle had to kind of come in and help out through the 90s. But apparently, it stopped because Star Wars came in. Lucasfilm wanted them to only create Star Wars and stop any other space theme when they came out with the sets, which came out in 1999, which is kind of crazy that we didn't really get anything. So we did, of course, get some space theme, but no spaceships. We only had like Mission Mars. And now that they've been releasing some of the classic space, they do it in icons. They don't have full themes of it. And I think that's why they've become so popular, because we haven't seen them in so long. Star Wars is still its main seller, I'm going to say, out of all of the sets and themes that they have. So definitely something that is, I'm not sure if it's true, but it could be. I mean, Star Wars wanted to succeed, and I think there was a lot of hype around bringing Star Wars back already. So definitely something that kind of makes sense, but also I don't think they needed it. I think they could continue with the space theme and have Star Wars still become successful. So who knows? That could be true. That could not be true. F1 enthusiasts can go and build a steering wheel. Now, what's nice about the steering wheel is it's got a lot of printed parts, which you don't always get in a lot of sets, and it looks really nice. The steering wheels are pretty impressive designs, and definitely something that, well, all drivers need, and they've got a bunch of buttons, just very complicated. You can also build this on March 8th and 9th in the UK and Ireland, so there's only a limit of one per person, but just bring a family, then you can get a couple of them. But it's just fun to have these kind of builds in a store and a celebration of their F1 collaboration. Minifigure factories are expanding outside the US. They're very popular. They are in a lot of stores, not just the flagship stores anymore, where you can create your own designs for different shirts and have them printed, or just have some standard designs printed on the minifigures themselves. And it's expanding into Canada. Right now, it's about $12 in the United States to get that minifigure with its head, hairpiece, torso, legs, and accessories. And now it's moving into Canada. It's going to be $15.99 Canadian dollars. You can also earn 80 insiders points when you do this, which I didn't know you could earn insiders points for purchase that, but I mean, it is a Lego purchase. So if you're in Canada, congratulations. These are really fun and definitely something that will add a touch of personality to a minifigure as you get to design and have them printed. There's another Technic Lunar set rumored to come out here soon. The Technic Lunar Outpost. This is part of the expansion that NASA is looking to do with MAP, the MAP Ultra, and the HL MAP, which these are all three different rovers that are being sent to the moon's surface to do some analysis, more so for us humans that are on the way here soon, as the Artemis program is going into Artemis 2, will fly around the moon, and then Artemis 3 will put humans back on the moon since the 1960s. So these are going to be some fun Technic builds. The rovers aren't the most impressive, at least in design, but they're highly functional for our exploration as we go back to the moon. Bricklink Designer Program Series 3 is expected to ship here on March 1st. But, some people are already showing that it's being processed and it's going to be shipping out very soon. These sets are pretty cool. I mean, we've got the Harbor Master's Office, the Lost City, the Art of Chocolate, Forest Stronghold, and the Camping Adventure. So all five will be shipping out on March 1st, but you might see them a little early. The LEGO Group had their own Formula One company event just the other day. 15,000 lucky Formula One fans were at the London O2 event, where they got a special celebration for the 75th anniversary and got to see the collaboration of LEGO and Formula One together. They saw the Need Speed Champions cars, and they saw a large-scale minifigure with a trophy, which is pretty fun for those large-scale builds. And if you attended the event, you could build a LEGO race car and see how fast it could go, and you could win a fun brick-built medal. I wish that they would have these events more, so not just at London or the UK. Let's bring some over to the United States, which would be we're the largest market, so why wouldn't they want to do that to celebrate a new collaboration? I mean, they did it in Vegas for the F1 race, but not a lot of people got the chance to go. The new LEGO Star Wars exhibition is kicking off at the Melbourne Museum on May 4th, of course, May the 4th. And to celebrate, there's some different ticket levels that you can get. For VIP access, you actually will get to go on May 2nd and 3rd. It's from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what you're going to get is the Millennium Falcon package, which the Millennium Falcon has a small, just buildable style to it with a 6x6 dome piece to it. And it's going to cost a pretty penny, $295 Australian dollars and $190 US to get that price point. And you'll get a behind the brick creation with the Brickmaster himself, kind of giving you a tour. And then you'll get to preview the exhibit. There's an exclusive lanyard and a metallic silver C3PO Lego brick. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. There's going to be a copy of the Brictionary book and also signed by Brickmaster himself. The VIPs, it's a little pricey, but you'll get a fun poly bag out of it, of course. Why not? There are a couple other levels, primarily just for people going to the exhibit during its exhibition throughout the summer. I actually don't know if it'll be traveling. I might have to find my way to Australia to go to this VIP event. I would love to see more and more exhibitions by LEGO or LEGO Master Builders, as there is one coming here in the United States, The Art of the Brick. That's pretty cool. Definitely, if you're in the Melbourne area, to go check that out. LEGO House is teasing its next exclusive set. They've released a picture of some masses of bricks, which actually have 11 and 13 bag numbers in paper, with some yellowish coloring as well as a lot of green bricks. We're going to guess it's Fabiland, which is a LEGO theme that was kind of between large-scale brick and Duplo, and it had some animal characters to it. I don't know how this will actually turn out, but I really love when they do the exclusive sets. Unfortunately, they're exclusive to the LEGO House, so you have to go to Billund or you pay an upscale price on the secondhand market. But if you are at LEGO House, the event's going to be the 29th or the 1st of March, and I think they're, as I said in one of my previous episodes, they're releasing some exclusive tickets for people to attend the event. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate you and everyone who supports the Back to Brick brand. And make sure to subscribe to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel. Go over to the Instagram, pretty much all of the social medias you can go check out. Now we'll dive into our set reviews. This is set 42206, the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20. Now, this is the large-scale Technic build. It's $230 and will release on March 1st, but it is available for pre-order. It's an 18-plus set. You'll get 1,639 pieces. You'll get also 1,495 insiders points, and the dimensions come to about 6 inches high, 10 inches wide, and 25 inches deep or long. I don't know why they do deep, but that's apparently how it's done in the empirical form. And it looks just like the vehicle. It's got a lot of amazing details. There's actually a comparison video, as I said at the beginning of the episode, where you can go see the real car versus the Technic car and what some of the things that they've done. Some details such as the side pods are larger, just like the latest of the Red Bull vehicles. They took a lot of tricks, of course, that they did for the RB19 and just upgraded and tried to see what else they could do with it. The front nose area and the front wings are extended down with a lot more wing surface space here, and the cockpit section. All of it is just well done in a Technic scale. Now, I'm not usually a Technic builder myself. I only have like the Bugatti and a couple other ones from a long time ago, but I've become such a big fan of F1 that this might be a purchase I need. It has just a great idea of what they could capture. One thing I do not appreciate is that the rear tires are not bigger than the front tires. There's a compartment you can remove and have the V6 engine shown, which is crazy that they can do all this power. I think it's 930 horsepower with such a small engine. It's all about efficiency. It's a hybrid, so there is an electric component to it, but it has the full gearbox, suspension. Very, very cool. And I love that they've done this. They did this with the Ferrari as well. Both are very impressive and both can be pre-ordered, but I recommend this. For any Technic fan, And also F1 fan, this is a set that you're going to want to get. Now we're going to move on to our Rubrickable review. This is the Voyager Bridge by Lilium Brickyards. Now Lilium has done an insane amount of Star Trek builds, and they're very impressive. And this is not the first bridge that she's built. This one is just part of a legacy of Star Trek, as Voyager and the Enterprise D, or the Next Generation, was another one that they've built. And of course has all of our favorite characters, Janeway, Seven of Nine, and of course the other characters that I always forget, and I feel like I should definitely fix that. But it's set like a stage, so it does have like stage lighting and the details of a lot of different stickers to it. It's 1,822 pieces, and right now it's on sale for 30% off at $14.54. And Star Trek bridges are just iconic in themselves, as that is the main set piece for any Star Trek show. It has the full curvature section to it, and having all the displays and details, and of course stations for all the officers, and an open section so you can view inside. If you're a big Star Trek fan, as Star Trek is probably going to be coming out in Lego form, this is not likely to be the first bridge we'll see. Probably see the Enterprise 1701A or B, depending, because those are pretty famous. But who knows? Maybe we will get this. But if not, you can go purchase this mock now and build it yourself. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this week's Breaking News. I appreciate all of you, and I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.